A very good morning to all the students. Hope you all have seen our chapter 2, First World War and Russian Revolution, part 1, 2, 3. And now moving ahead with the part 4, we will see the Russian Bolshevik Revolution in the year 1917. See, the Russian Revolution that was in the year 1917, that is considered an important event in the world history. And the Russia had been oppressed and suppressed by Tsar of Russia. See what that Russians they were oppressed and suppressed. They were oppressed also and suppressed by the Tsar of Russia. And the Russian Tsars who inherited the position were all dictators and they enjoyed uncontrolled rule over people. These Russian Tsars, they were inherited in the position and they enjoyed the uncontrolled rule that was over the people, and people did not have any rights during this period, and people were not having the right during their period. The Tsar were so cruel and pitiless. They were very cruel and pitiless on the people, that if anyone demanded for any rights, if any people who has demanded for any right, he was tortured, suppressed and severely punished. He was also tortured and he was severely punished and or sent to the bone chilling or dead cold of Siberia. See, it was bone chilling or in the cold, very cold, and the dead cold of Siberia. And this uncontrolled and oppressive Tsardom became the reason for grief. See, because of this oppressive natures of it was really uncontrollable, and that became the reason of grief, poverty and suffering among the people. The Russian farmers, laborers and peasants, these the farmer, the laborer and the peasant, they were not getting enough income. In this world, they were not getting the income despite working very hard. They were working hard, but then too also they were becoming very poor. Under the leadership of Father Gapon, a large rally was taken out to the Tsar's residence. See, under whose leadership? Under the leadership of Father Gapon. And there was a rally that was taken out at the Tsar's residence, that Winter Palace, on 22nd January 1905, Sunday. That was the day was Sunday. And these people were unarmed. The people were not carrying any arms, while some had the Tsar's picture in hand. Then some were carrying the picture of Tsars with captain like, "Long live the little white lord of Russia." See what was the caption in that? "Long live the little white lord of Russia" written on it. The Tsar's army opened fire on this innocent people. See what the Tsar's people did. They opened fire on this innocent people, because of which the thousands of innocent people died. And the snow in Petersburg, and see the people were died, and where the Tsar's palace was situated, it was where the Tsar's palace was situated, that turned red with blood. And this day is known as Bloody Sunday. And this day, with the day, this was the 22nd January 1905 Sunday, that was known as Bloody Sunday in the history. And around this time, a large number of Russians, they got provoked and became restless. In this way, the people of the Russians, they got provoked and became restless, as the weakness of the Tsardom had war. And in this, there was a war in 1905 to 04 to 05. And in order to pacify the angry Russians, an announcement, to specify this angry Russian, there was an announcement to call for Duma Legislative Assembly. See, Duma is a legislative body in the ruling assembly of Russia and of some other republics of former Soviet unions. So for this announcement was to call for a Duma Legislative Assembly, and which had not been called for the years was made. See, Duma was elected legislative body like the parliament, and they were having the representative of the third estate, the Tsar's dismissed the first Duma within 75 days, and then they re-elected second Duma with the 3 months, and he did not want any restriction or reduction in his power. And see, this which was has made for the years as was made, and eventually for such Duma were called, and thus such type of Duma were called. But before it can take steps to satisfy the citizen, it had been called off, and that was called off. On March 8th, 1917, the oppressed worker, see, on the date 8th March in the year 1917, the oppressed workers were there of Petrograd called for the strike. They called for a strike, and the Tsar sent his troops. They sent their troops to contain this event, but the army refused to shoot these people. Then the army, they refused to shoot these people. As a result, the revolution began. In this way the revolution was begun. After the fall of Tsardom, the power fell into the hands of Kerensky, leader of Menshevik group. See, after the leadership, the power that fell after the Tsardom, that they fall down, then the power that fell in the hands of whom? In the Kerensky, the leader of Menshevik group, that was minority. Except for Lenin, everyone in Russia were happy. See, all the people in the Russia, they all was happy with the fall of Tsars, because there was lots of problems creating because of Tsars. But Lenin believed in the importance of laborers as propagated by Karl Marx, while the Menshevik group, see what this Lenin believed, that he believed the importance of the laborer also, and he as propagated by Karl Marx. But while the Menshevik group, what they believed in the importance of the middle class, and because of this, as a result, Lenin instigated the Bolshevik against Menshevik, and this way Lenin's people, they instigated the Bolshevik against whom? Mensheviks, and in November 1917 declared the final revolution and got the reins in his hand, and in this way they got the reins in their hand, and this came to be known as the Socialist Bolshevik Revolution. Thus, the 300 years old Tsardom came to an end, and in this way the Tsardoms came to an end, and for the first time, the Russia was without a Tsars. Efforts for the world peace. See, the efforts made for the world peace. The League of the Nation. The horrors of the World War explain the absolute necessity of world peace. See, because there was a horror of the world war, and that made absolute necessity was there for the world peace to the nation of the world. And for this, a need for an international organization was felt, and there was a need for international organization also. So it became necessary for them to think actively and immediately about world peace, and see, they wanted to think about the world peace. The American President Woodrow Wilson had contributed substantially in the establishing of the Leagues of Nations. See, the American President, he started establishing for the League of Nations, and the 14 points were suggested by Woodrow Wilson were presented during the Paris peace processes. See, in this Paris peace process, the 14 points were suggested by Woodrow Wilson. And on 10th January 1920, the League of Nations was formed, and this way the League of Nations was formed in the year on 10th January in 1920. And see, what were the aims of the League of Nations? To maintain international peace and security. First was to maintain the international peace. There should be a peace and security among internationally. Second was every nation to respect the unity. See, every nation has to respect the unity and the integrity of other nations. The third, to give up the policy of war, to give up the policy of war to be give up. And fourth, to develop international relation, there should be an international relationship to be developed. And fifth, to solve international disputes peacefully. Whatever the disputes was there internationally, that should be solved peacefully through negotiation and meditations. And the sixth one was that if any nation ignores, if there was any nation that who ignores the League of Nations or its mediations, it would be declared as a rebel nation. See, who ignores this would be declared as a rebel nation. And this, the League of Nations established for world peace. In this way, the League of Nations that was been established for the world peace did not manage to keep a control. They couldn't manage to keep a control over what? Over the imperialist policies of the superpowers. And in the year 1939, the Second World War began. And in this way, all the aims of the Leagues of Nations were published, and this Leagues of Nations was established for the peace of world, but did not manage to control this imperialist policies, and the Second World War began in this way. Hope you all have understood this chapter. Thank you for listening.